bias, and a few other things. So just want to put this out there for you guys. And define it either way. I prefer AMD. 1. Accumulation. 2. Manipulation. And 3. Distribution. So that is the basics of this whole concept. Orders will accumulate, so we will have chop in the market where buyers and sellers are starting to add to their positions. Market's a bit undecided, but yeah, orders are accumulating, so may look like chop like this. Manipulation is going to be pretty much a liquidity sweep or a fake out to one side of the market. In distribution is when all of these accumulated orders
Okay.
finally take out stops and start filling their orders. So we accumulate orders, we manipulate out the market, and then we distribute all the rest of those orders. And to the upside, it looks something like this. Accumulation, manipulation, fake out, distribution to the other side. So let's look at this on the chart. As we can see here, we're on gold right now. And one thing I do want to say, let's go here Wednesday. I want to hop onto the daily chart. One important thing of AMD is it's going to be high probability if you can identify trend in the market. So as we can see, really since May, the market's been in a complete downtrend, and as you can see right here, it just broke structure to the downside again. It's looking like it's really gonna break down and shift market structure on the daily. Yeah, generally market looks bearish here. Let's hop back onto the 1 hour, and again, this is bigger picture, higher time frame. We'll get into lower time frame soon, but yeah. So we can see right here, we're in a downtrend. So market's been going down. What? Just do that. Let's make this red. These are orders accumulating. I actually would like to make this a different color. Let's go purple. Orders are accumulating here. What's the next step in this? Manipulation. And if we zoom in here, what can we see? This candle, all of these highs just got taken out. All of the accumulation highs just got taken out, and there's a clear fake out to one side of the market. So what can we call this? We can call this the manipulation. Highlight that in red. And what follows directly after manipulation, as you guys can see, the market is clearly distributing. So once you sweep these highs, you're going to go down to like the 5 or the 15 minute and look for a break in market structure and maybe a fair value gap retest, maybe an order block retest, really any of your PD arrays. So yeah, pretty much to sum it up, market's bearish. We're looking for short AMD. We're looking for accumulation, manipulation to the upside, and distribution. So here's our A, here's our M, and here's our D. So you're going to want to cap and then hopefully catch the distribution in your move to the downside. We can see it here again, literally just after. Orders, we have some consolidation here, right? It's not as long as this, but market's still chopping around. We have some accumulation. We have more manipulation to the upside, and As you can see, I think this just takes out this high. Yep, it just manipulates even this high. Then, what can we guess follow? Boom. Distribution. Even go back and target levels over here. This consolidation, fair value gap, order block, liquidity, blah, 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 blah. You can target all of that. But yeah, that's to the downside. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. We'll go over a few more examples in a second. But the second part of this AMD concept, let me put that back over here, sorry. Second part of this AMD concept is often act as a yeah, so essentially where orders accumulate in the market, that can be a retracement or a rejection area. So as we can see, the example we just went over right now, go ahead, if you're still bearish in the market, mark out that accumulation, and as you can see, oh, I missed the distribution. I want another re-entry short. This market's clearly in a bear market. I want another re-entry. What can you do right here? Wait for a retracement into this accumulation and get short in the market. Obviously, we're on the 1 hour, so wait for proper entry confluence. You need breaks of structure, and then sometimes it will manipulate these highs again. So you do want to be careful and wait for a very, very high probability entry here. So that's just an example of how the consolidation, the accumulation can be retested. Before I continue with gold, we can see here on GBP USD. Let's just look right here. What is this? Clear accumulation. We manipulated out these highs and distributed. Manipulation, distribution. You get the point there. So what happens when price retests this zone of accumulation? Boom, tap into it, get short in the market with a proper stop loss based on other low time frame confluences, and what happens? Boom. Market continues to dump and dump and dump after retesting this area. You'll see this time and time again happen. Perfect example, again, right here. Consolidation, accumulation of orders. What happens right when price retests that zone? Boom. Down again. And another thing to note is that AMD won't always happen. Sometimes you just get accumulation and distribution because the market already has enough money to fill these orders, and news can be bearish, and overall the market can just take control before manipulation occurs, because the market's in agreement that obviously we need to be bearish. And you can see that right here. We accumulated. There was no manipulation before this move down. So just like any strategy, this isn't going to show up every single time. Obviously there's going to be times where you just get the A and then the D, get no M, but like right here again, we accumulated and distributed. We didn't really manipulate here, but that's okay. What can we see here? This is a lot of chop. Orders are accumulating. We manipulated the market, faked out to one side, and then distributed our orders. But what can you see here? Like, this is another thing you can pair with this if we're in a clear trend. We have accumulation, manipulation. What does it manipulate into, though? Like, more accumulation here. So that's another confluence. You can say, okay, I see the A, I see the M. Am I sure we're not going to continue up? Well, yeah, you're in a downtrend and you also tapped into more previous accumulation. So you can be pretty sure that you're ready to go short. And then pair that with other confluence. Like, what do we have here? Order block. Taps into the order block. Boom. Just pair this with other things you can already see on the charts. So yeah, let's go back to, well, I guess we can stay on GU for a second here. I prefer to just go back to, yeah, let's go back to gold.